You may not be stuck, you may be exhausted. One of the biggest misconceptions I see is that people assume they're stuck because they're lazy or unmotivated. But many times that's not the issue at all. You may simply be exhausted. You may be carrying responsibilities at work, at home, in your marriage, responsibilities as a parent, as caring for aging parents, responsibilities at church and in your community. And somewhere along the way, you've stopped checking in with yourself. You've become so focused on caring for everyone else that you've forgotten what you need. As a therapist, I've worked with countless women who look successful from the outside. They are accomplishing big things. They're showing up. People depend on them. But internally, they're overwhelmed. They're running on fumes. They're surviving rather than thriving. Here's another thing that I want you to know. Motivation can be quite overrated. I know that may sound strange coming from someone who talks about growth and personal development, but the truth is that motivation comes and it goes. Some days you feel motivated and there are some days that you just don't. So if you're waiting until you feel motivated to make changes, you may be waiting a very long time. What I've learned personally and professionally is that action often comes before motivation. For example, when you take that walk, then you start to feel better. You make that phone call and then you gain confidence. You take the first step and then momentum begins to build. Many people believe that they need confidence before they can start things, but confidence is often the result of taking action. It's not the prerequisite. Perfectionism may be keeping you stuck. Let's talk about perfectionism. This is something that I see all the time. You may tell yourself, I need to have everything figured out first. I need to have the perfect plan. I need more information. I need to be more prepared. I need more time. And before you know it, weeks turn into months and months have turned into years that have passed. Perfectionism often disguises itself as preparation, but underneath it, it may be fear. Whether it's fear of making mistakes, fear of falling apart, fear of being judged, or fear of not meeting expectations. Here's what I want you to remember. You don't need to have a perfect plan to move forward. What you need is to take the next step. And progress creates clarity. You don't have to see the entire staircase before you take that first step. I want to give you something practical. Grab a journal or open the Notes app on your phone. Simply think about these questions. Ask yourself, what is one thing I've been avoiding? What is one decision I've been putting off? And what's one goal that matters to me? Now, ask yourself, what is the smallest step I can take this week? Not next month, not after the kids go back to school, not when life slows down, because it rarely does. Think about this week. Maybe it's scheduling an appointment. Maybe it's creating a budget. Maybe it's applying for that opportunity that you've been longing for. Maybe it's taking a 15-minute walk 3 times this week. Maybe it's having a difficult conversation that you've been avoiding. As a woman of faith, I want to remind you of something. Many of us are carrying burdens that were never meant to be carried alone. Sometimes we are trying to figure everything out by ourselves. We are worrying, we are overthinking, we are striving, and we're trying to control outcomes that are ultimately outside of our control. A great scripture to reflect on is in Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. It says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Notice the scripture doesn't say, come to me when you've figured everything out. Come to me when you're strong. Come to me when you're no longer struggling. It says, come when you're weary. Come when you're burdened. Come when you're tired. Sometimes the reset that you need isn't more effort. It's surrender. It's rest. It's trusting God with what you cannot control. If you've been feeling stuck lately, I want to encourage you today. You are not behind. You are not a failure. You are not broken. And you do not need to have everything figured out before you can begin moving forward. Choose one thing, one small action, and one next step that you can take. Then commit to taking that step this week. And if you're finding yourself in a season where you need support, accountability, guidance, or clarity about your next chapter, coaching may be helpful for you. I work with women who are navigating life transitions, burnout, leadership challenges, confidence issues, and personal growth goals. I'll place information below if you'd like to learn more about coaching or to schedule a consultation. If this video was helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone else who may also need some encouragement today. See you in the next video. Take care.